It is the sound of jubilation, but this could mean that a young girl's clitoris is going to be cut. The cutter is ready with her tools, and a young girl will undergo female genital mutilation on this mat. Female circumcision.
Your genitals are being chopped off.
Silence horrific tales and painful experiences.
I was cut when I was 10 years old.
The unwanted cut.
Some people in their cultures believe that if they do not cut these parts of a woman, it will grow into the male genitalia.
One morning, very early in the morning, I was taken to the bush. Then I saw my grandmother, and actually she was the cutter, but the mother of my father. She is now dead, and I've forgiven her. And I was all naked. Then they had to hold me. Then I was to be laid on the ground. One woman sat. Then my head was laid on top of her. Then she had to put a piece of cloth into my mouth so that I don't scream, maybe. But up to that time, I didn't know why they were doing that. Then all of a sudden, I saw some women pulling my legs apart, my hands apart. They have to hold my hands apart. Then there is this woman who has to press my chest down to the ground so that maybe I don't move. And now I had to see the razor, and I didn't expect a razor. So at that moment, I wanted to scream loud. What's the razor for? But how can you even ask the question? I can't even dare to speak because there is a piece of cloth in my mouth. And I would open my eyes wide and would see the razor. So moments later, I would just feel a sharp pain between my legs. And when you are young and they shave your hair, there is that noise, there is that sound that disturbs you. Now it's your flesh. It's your flesh that is going. Your genitals are being chopped off. And it's not something that they just cut. And I could not spot my mom anywhere. She ran away. She couldn't bear my pain. Then they had to help me stand on my feet. They had to tie me from the waist to the toe. Even my 2 toes were tied like this, so that you don't walk the way you want. And I was laid on a small skin, and they left me. But 2 hours later, then I started shivering. You feel that the pain is like it's now afresh.
It's something that they undergo unwillingly, or rather unknowingly, because most of these practices occur in children and those who have just hit puberty.
There is a razor involved, there is blood involved, because at that moment when they helped me stand up, I could see a lot of blood on the ground, and even when I sit down, I could see blood still flowing on my legs, and I didn't know why all that. Then I told her, Mom, my age mates were telling me I would be clean, so how am I clean now? In fact, I was more clean when I took a shower and I was coming here. Mom, then she told me, you have a lot of questions and I don't have answers. This is what you wanted, and this is our culture, this is our religion.
It's defined as a ritualistic practice that involves cutting or mutilating the external female genitalia for non-medical purposes, mostly.
I was cut when I was 12 years in the year 2002, and what I felt was so bad because I almost bled to death, and I learned that immediately after me getting cut, I was to get married. But with the help of my mother, she helped me escape to a Catholic mission school, whereby I completed my school up to class 8 level.
This is actually nothing less than an abhorrent assault on the individuality, autonomy, but more importantly, the future well-being of girls and women. And not only does this practice have absolutely no medical or social value, but it is also an affront to the Kenyan identity and our common shared national aspiration.
Female genital mutilation has often been associated with unpleasant side effects.
Like when I was giving birth, I had a lot of difficulties because I had a scar at my genitals, which normally doesn't stretch. So the nurses had to cut me so that the baby could come out.
I was in labor for 3 days. And this time, I almost gave up on life. It was really a painful moment for me. And I could just hear that sound of women tearing me apart. They could cut me anyhow. There is no formula they are using. So by the time I was delivering, I fainted. And my daughter had elongated her head like this. Reason being, because of the small passage now, the head was just developing something. Later on, I found out that it was called a caput. Because of the opening, the head was swelling.
For a very long time, our women and girls have suffered the worst form of gender-based violence, which is female genital mutilation.
A girl may bleed to death. A girl may get bacterial infections. The most common effect that we have seen in our field is the problem with childbearing, because you find that these women come to the hospital to get help to deliver their children, and you find that the hole that was left was so small. So you find that these women have to either go for a cesarean section or a de-infibulation has to be done, which is a procedure which reverses the type 3 type of circumcision.
I feel it's a cruel thing that is happening to us, and because we are still silent, it's happening to our daughters. FGM does not end with the cut only. It's something that follows you all your life.
Female genital mutilation is a retrogressive practice whose continued existence in our country, in actual fact, assaults our individual as well as our national conscience.